We are on the eve of a really extraordinary hearing in Washington, and we're heading into that hearing with Brett Kavanaugh and his accuser, with a third woman having come forward to allege that the Supreme Court nominee was engaged in sexual misconduct when he was in high school. It has really given Democrats more fodder to call for this hearing to be delayed or for Kavanaugh to withdraw completely. But Republicans at this point are sticking with Kavanaugh. The president is sticking with Kavanaugh. They want this hearing to go forward. They want Brett Kavanaugh to appear under oath and deny all of these allegations. The big open question here, the great unknown, is how Christine Blasey Ford will perform in this setting, because she is someone who has been a private citizen up until this point, has not been in the political arena, has never been in a situation like what she will face on Thursday, where millions of people around the country and around the world will be watching her, looking for clues about her credibility, trying to pick holes in her story. She will go first. Brett Kavanaugh will go second, have a chance to rebut her allegations, but really Blasey Ford is the person that people are going to be looking at for signs of whether they believe these allegations that she's made against Brett Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh started to lay out his defense in a Fox News interview. The big difference between a Fox News interview and the testimony that we will hear from him tomorrow is that his testimony will be under oath, and it is a crime to lie to Congress. So he will be under oath. He will have to be truthful unless he wants to face a penalty or jail time even, perhaps. And we expect that he will talk about drinking in high school, talk about having done things that he now regrets or that he now finds cringeworthy, but he will deny steadfastly these allegations from Blasey Ford and these two other women that have now come forward. We do not expect him to own up to any piece of that. Ford's lawyers have basically spent the last couple of days trying to bolster the credibility of her accusations, to make this not just statements from a woman who went through this experience in high school, but somebody who shared these details with other people who are saying now in sworn affidavits that they were told, sometimes by her, that Brett Kavanaugh by name was the perpetrator of this incident. So they are trying to, again, build the credibility around her by putting out affidavits, by also putting out the results of a polygraph test that she recently took, where she was deemed to not be deceptive in her account. So the whole ball game for Ford and for Democrats is for her to appear like a credible witness, for her to plant some seed of doubt in Republicans who have stood by Kavanaugh really to this point, that this did happen and he was the one who was behind it. Michael Avenatti comes forward and says, I am representing a woman who saw, again in high school, Brett Kavanaugh engage in various types of sexual misconduct. And it's another explosive allegation. It is on the eve of this hearing. It, to this point, has not moved many Republicans. You know, they say that they are reviewing the signed declaration from Avenatti's client. They are trying to figure out if there is validity to it. But at this point, they plan to still go ahead with this hearing on Thursday, regardless of a new accusation.